Wonderful. So perhaps this is the first time this week that you've really had a good stretch. I know some of you have been to a few classes earlier in the week. So I'm not going to ramp it up too much. I'm just going to sort of go with the flow as normal on a Saturday, but making it quite an energetic but quite a soothing practice. So I hope you really enjoy it and hope you have a really lovely weekend after it. So lifting up your toes, giving them a little wiggle, and then widening through your feet and press down behind your big toe. Press down behind your pinky toe. Engage with the mat through your inner heels and through your outer heels, and feel really grounded here. Drawing up energetically through the muscles in your legs, and extend your arms down, shoulders down your back. Tuck your chin. See if you can connect with that stretch through the back of your neck. Close your eyes over if you're comfortable, and imagine that there are roots coming out through your fingertips, drawing you down to the earth. Taking a few breaths to really connect with yourself, connect with your breath, and as often as you can through your practice this morning, see if you can smile gently. It makes us feel good, and it's great for the muscles and the tone in our face. Strong inhales, strong exhales through your nose if possible. Preparing our bodies, our minds for our practice. 2 more breaths. And on your next inhale, let's come to extended mountain. Let's open up through the whole of our body. Good morning, world. And then extend up through one arm at a time, stretching through your intercostal muscles, creating space around your abdomen. Just noticing how you feel this morning. Do you feel quite energetic? Maybe you're just waking yourself. If you feel a little bit sluggish, let's really kickstart our health this morning through our practice. Lovely. And then interlink your fingers, turn your palms to the sky, and extending up maybe even another couple of millimeters. Long, strong spine. Looking up if balance allows, and then lower your shoulders down. Breathing into your shoulder girdle and all the way up through your arms. And then drawing up energetically through your pelvic floor muscles. Really engaging through our core as well. Retaining this energy and perhaps feeling a little bit of heat in your body. Inhale, extend your arms, and exhale, folding forwards into relaxed Uttanasana. Take your opposite elbow, or maybe just allow your hands to come to the floor and just soften everything here towards gravity. Let your head hang, and just breathing down into your lower back and your hips. Soft but strong. Inhale, uncurling your spine really slowly, one vertebra at a time, and draw your arms all the way back up to the sky, and exhaling to the right for swaying tree. Inhaling to center, and exhale to the opposite side. Really nurturing and being gentle with your body. You are important, and your health is essential. Still feeling really strong and grounded through your lower half, but sense this lightness and fun through your upper body. coming back to centre, step your legs nice and wide, toes in towards each other slightly, and take your hands to your hips. Once more, grind down through your feet. And as you inhale, take a gentle back bend. And exhale, folding from your hip crease. Take your hands down towards the floor, wherever they reach, and ideally in line with your feet, but just listen to your body. Folding forwards, allow the crown of your head to reach down towards the floor. And if you need to take a slight bend in your knees here, please do. Inhale to come up halfway and reach both hands to the right foot. Inhale to centre and exhale to the opposite foot. So just move with your breath. Try that a few times, inhaling to centre and exhaling, drawing yourself into that forward fold to stretch out through your back and your hamstrings. Morning, Caitlin. Walk your hands back to centre and inhale, coming all the way up, turn your toes out and let's take 5-pointed star. Filling as much space as you can, widening through these fingers, toning. And you're going to take 5 ha breaths in through your nose, excuse me, and out through your mouth. Let it go. Drawing all that power from the universe in through your fingertips, empowering you to take lots of little positive steps forwards. Knowing that our practice is obviously good for our physical health, but also for our spiritual, emotional health too. Last breath, and take your hands to your hips. And then we're going to turn our body towards the front of our mat, squaring your hips towards the front as much as possible, and find your Warrior One, Virabhadrasana 1. Finding that strength and that focus. Inhaling, straightening that leg. Rotate your hips and soften into this bend through that front leg. Exhaling to come into Warrior Two, take that back arm back. Looking confidently over these front middle fingers. Soften your gaze. Breathing into any tightness through your arms, knowing that you're toning, lengthening these muscles and strengthening your body. Inhale, straighten that front leg, rotate your hips and soften into that bend on the opposite side. Beautiful. Your hips should be along the long side of your mat here. They'll naturally move out to the side. That's it. Nicely done. Shoulders down, everyone. As you inhale, turn your back palm to face upwards. Sweep it over to bring it to either side of your front foot as we take runner's lunge. So pressing down into that back heel, looking forwards, and breathing all the way up and down your spine. Try not to let our tummies hang here, trying to engage to draw that navel back to your spine. As you exhale, lower that back knee and sweep your arms up to low lunge. Feeling that lovely stretch through both sides of your body. Reaching tall, but once more drawing these shoulders down from your ears. And then take a gentle back bend. Just be careful you don't compress too much through your lower back. And then we're going to soften our arms down in front of our body and move more deeply into this forward lunge. Just watch your hips. And come out whenever you feel any discomfort. Inhale, coming up to centre, and see if you can straighten that front leg. Keeping a lovely straight spine. And then extend your arms up to the sky. And take another few ha breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Long, beautiful lines in our body. Exhale to bring your hands down and set that foot back. Carefully bringing your opposite foot forwards and coming into runner's lunge. Feel that stretch in the back of your leg. Just take your time. Tummy button to your spine. Drawing up through your pelvic floor. Exhaling, lowering your back knee, sweep these arms up to low lunge here. Take a gentle back bend, opening up through the front of your body. And then softening down, very carefully coming into a deeper lunge. Gradually over time you will find that your flexibility will increase, but always be really mindful of going where your body is comfortable going, not where you think it should go. That's how we can get injuries. Inhaling, sweep your arms up to the sky. Oh, sorry, I've got to straighten that leg. Sensing that lovely open line of energy all the way from your tailbone up to the top of your head. Exhale to lower your hands, carefully step that leg back, and we're going to come into extended child's pose. Softening down, maybe just wiggling down through your spine. The intention here is to really lengthen by drawing that tailbone back towards your heels and walk your fingertips forward. When you bring your head down to the mat, gently move your forehead from side to side. Have a little massage through your temples, if that feels good for you. Inhaling, coming up. Let's take some nice cat-cows here. So just check that your knees are about hip width apart. And we're going to inhale as we open up through our chest and exhale, arching, tucking our chin to our chest. Trying for a nice internal rotation through these arms so the inside creases of your arms facing each other, if that's comfortable. Find your flow. Find your stillness here. Come into centre in your own time, and as you inhale, extend back through your right leg, and perhaps take your left arm forwards. Tiger leg stretch. Exhale to lower, and inhale. Let's move to the opposite stretch. Exhale to lower, and then come up onto your knees. We're going to come into rabbit pose, Sasangasana. So you're going to very carefully fold forwards, take your arms back towards your legs or your feet, and then we're going to tuck our head and our chin in towards our chest. So we're going to open up across our upper back. This is a really wonderful calming pose, and great as well if you have any issues with your back, any lower or upper back pain can help to really reduce it. Inhale, sweep your arms forwards, and we're gently going to come into upwards facing dog. Oh, that feels good. So try if you can to straighten your arms, but if that's too much, you can come down to cobra with bent arms. Deep breaths here. Beautiful. Breathing all the way down into your tummy. You are strong. And from upwards facing dog, tuck your toes, lift your heels back to downwards facing dog, and pedal out your legs. Trying to take this weight equally through the palms of your hands and the backs of your fingers. Sorry, fronts of your fingers. And as you inhale, lift that right leg to the sky and press that left heel down behind you. Three-legged downwards facing dog. Morning if you're just joining us. Make sure you do a little bit of a warm up if you're just joining us, okay? Exhale to lower your knees and come down to rest briefly in child's pose. Two more breaths here, just connecting deeply with your breath. Inhale, coming back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes and let's come back to downwards facing dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky this time, pressing that right heel down behind you. You can either look ahead or look back towards that foot. And on an exhale, drawing that left knee forward, so we're going to come into pigeon pose. I know some of you really love this. Coming up onto your fingertips perhaps, or maybe your palms. Taking that knee between your hands and opening up through the front of your chest, like a proud pigeon puffing up their chest. Just be mindful of any lower back pain here. And either same here, or finding your preferred variation, maybe coming down onto your elbows, or extend your arms forward, lowering your chest and your forehead to your mat. Just perhaps scanning your body here, noticing what's happening through your knee joint, through your hips, through your back and your shoulders. And if you're in discomfort, you've gone too far, so please just ease up on the stretch. Inhale to draw your arms back, tuck your toes under, lifting to downwards facing dog. Strong breaths here. And when you're ready, inhale that right leg once more, and exhale it to go into pigeon on the right side. Allow your hips to soften down towards the floor. And find that really fantastic space between stretching but not feeling uncomfortable. Feeling healing taking place through your hips. Freeing up any trapped thoughts, trapped energy, trapped wind. And then either staying here Moving into your preferred version for a few more breaths. You'll probably find week to week it varies, just depends on where feels good. Pressing down through your hands, tap your back toes, lift back once more to downwards facing dog. Strong breaths as you look back, this time between your feet. And then slide your body forwards into plank pose. Again, take that weight equally through the palms, fingers, try to take some of the weight off your wrists. And staying here for as many breaths as feels good for you. When you're ready, you can lower your knees. So just perhaps take 2 more breaths than you think you can. Give yourself a little bit of a challenge. That's me. So when you're ready, exhale to lower your knees, and then we're going to fold back, taking your knees together. We're going to do a nice closed-legged forward fold here. So knees as close together as possible. Soften that tailbone back behind you towards your heels, and walking your fingertips forwards so you can feel that stretch all the way from your armpits. Soften your head down. Inhaling, coming up to Vajrasana, draw these arms to the sky. Find a fixed gaze point. All you have to do is breathe deeply in this wonderful breeze pose. Exhale your hands down the centre line. Let's go turn around and we're going to take it into simple seated twist. So inhaling and then exhaling over that right shoulder. Where can you sense this stretch in your body? How can your mind connect with your breath? Take a deep inhale to draw yourself to centre. And then when you're ready, changing sides. Inhaling, come to centre, and then very carefully just take your legs out in front of you. I'm going to do a little demo for you. Excuse me. So I sometimes teach hero pose, Virasana, and Supta Virasana, reclining hero. It's not for everyone, but there's an alternative that I can offer. But I know some of you really like this. It's a little bit more challenging, and you have to make sure that you're really warmed up through your legs to do this. Okay, so I'll just show you, and then you can try. Okay. Now for some of us, it's actually uncomfortable even to come here. So you're sitting your bottom down between your feet. Okay, so this is Hero Virasana. It's a wonderful stretch for our quads, and it's quite nice for our lower back. But it depends on your anatomy. It depends on if you have the flexibility through your hips. I'm just thinking, Karen, just watch your lower back if you're trying this. Okay, if it doesn't work for you, you can either come to sit back on your heels, or you can bring your legs forwards. Okay. So try that first of all and see where is your preferred position. Just watch your ankles. It's quite an intense stretch through the tops of our feet and our ankles here. Quite a high impact on our knees as well if we're not comfortable. So just see where you are. Okay, so just give me a little thumbs up if you're comfortable sitting here in Virasana. Okay, and remember you can move at any point that you need to. So this may be enough for you to extend up. Reaching tall, breathing into your legs. And if your legs are straight, or you're on your heels, keep doing the same with your arms and your breath. Okay, now we're going to go a little deeper. If you are in Virasana, hero pose, we're going to try coming into reclining. Now if you're sitting on your heels, you can do this as well. You can lean back, supporting through your hands. Or with your bottom on the floor, perhaps coming down to take your hands onto the soles of your feet. Looking up, keeping your head in line with your spine. See how that feels. So just watching you take your time, watch your lower back. And if that feels good and you want to try to go further in hero, you're coming down to the floor on your back and perhaps take your arms overhead. Find your variation that works for you. I'm just coming up to have a look. Nice. And don't forget to breathe. Beautiful. Well done, everyone. So take 2 more breaths wherever you are. And very, very carefully, using your arms to support you, come up to centre. Big toes touching, and we're going to come down to this wonderful variation of child's pose. Hands together, elbows wide, forehead to the mat, and soften. Aligning our spines, coming back to our stillness. And if thoughts are bobbing through your mind, just recognise that this will happen. Trying to imagine them, each thought like a leaf, moving down a really beautiful stream, autumn leaves. Just acknowledge them and then let them go. Two more breaths here in child's pose. And then as you inhale, drawing yourself up, we're going to take dolphin pose. So when you feel comfortable, take your elbows down onto the floor, tuck your toes, widening through your hands, and as you inhale, we're going to lift our hips up. So it's a cross between downwards facing dog and child's pose. Feeling that stretch perhaps through your abdomen. Wonderful lengthening through your spine. Beautiful. Let me see. Lovely, collect. So trying if you can. Press these heels down behind you slightly further if you want to increase the stretch. And watch your legs, watch your hamstrings. Nice, Wendy. Well done. Lovely, Karen. Well done, Sandra and Scott. Excellent, Gary. That's it. Lift your hips. Well done, Fiona. One more breath. And exhale to lower your knees, drawing yourself all the way up and extending up through your fingertips. Exhaling down the centre line and just come to face me. We're going to sit cross-legged. It doesn't matter which foot is over the other one, as long as you're comfortable. We all have a dominant side when we're sitting cross-legged. So rolling through your shoulders, take them back, and just releasing. And then roll them forwards. And we're going to try eagle arms, Garudasana. It's a really wonderful calming posture. It's very toning, good for our back. So as you inhale, extend your arms forwards. And we're going to take one arm over the other, doesn't matter which way you start. See if you can bend these arms up towards your body and perhaps twist them again so your palms are together. Depends how long your arms are. So either the backs of your hands together or twist once more. And then bring these hands in front of your face. So you want to adjust the stretch according to how deeply you are comfortable going into it. You can take your arms slightly away from your body to intensify that stretch between your shoulder blades. And if you want a deeper arm stretch, you can extend these arms slightly further up to the sky. So just experiment with this. Make sure that you're breathing deeply to really benefit from your practice. So looking into your arms as your drishti point, or maybe closing your eyes. Trying to relax your shoulders if you can. Inhaling, sweep these arms up to the sky, and exhale down to the centre. Grinding down through your right hand. Inhale and frame your lovely face. Either staying here or maybe coming down to your elbow to open it up more fully through the side of your body. Inhaling to come to centre, and then bring your hands out in front of you once more. Changing sides, coming into Garudasana, eagle arms. Remember, you can take your sighing breaths whenever feels good. See if you can feel that tension moving out of your body. Inhaling, we're reaching up to the sky. Oh, that's nice. And exhaling down. Inhale, come to the opposite side. Find your preferred arm position. Frame your face once more. Breathing into the side of your body. Opening up between your ribs. Inhale, come to centre. And then very carefully, you're going to come to downwards facing dog. What a great way to start Saturday, huh? Why doesn't everybody come to this class? It just sets you up. Pedaling through your legs. And then bend your legs at the knees, and we're going to take a little bunny hop to come to stand. So if you'd like to get a little sip of water and just move any way that feels good through your body just now, we're going to do a few more standing postures. That feels like the right thing to do. Maybe even a little flow. If you follow what we do on Facebook, I know a lot of you do. I posted yesterday about some ideas I've got for November's theme. So if you have a chance to go on and have a little look, if you do use Facebook, just to give me any input, ideas, things that you're thinking about you'd like to get out of your practice, because I've got so many ideas, and it'd be nice just to see what you guys think as well. Okay. And you can message me, text me, phone me even if you want to chat. You've all got my numbers on my Facebook page. Wonderful, so let's take triangle pose. Fabulous for releasing stress, for reducing anxiety, very toning. So we're going to go to the right first of all. So let's take our arms out by our sides, shoulders down, find that really strong stance. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, folding at your hip crease, taking that arm down to where it reaches, and then drawing your arm up to the sky, looking up with balance the legs. And if you wish to go further, bend that arm, draw your shoulder back. Just allows you to open up further through your lungs and your heart space. Inhaling, when you're ready, carefully drawing yourself to centre. Rotate your hips and soften through your exhale. Keeping your body beautifully balanced on each side. Inhale, come up to centre. Turn your toes in towards each other and take your hands to your hips once more. For one more forward fold. Going to keep our hands on our hips this time. So inhale, back bend. Exhale, softening. Hands still on your hips. Draw yourself forwards. Breathing into your lower back. Feeling all that lovely oxygenated blood moving around your face, around your brain. Calming, settling you here. Place your right hand down on the floor and inhale as you twist to take your left arm to the sky. Exhale to the floor and inhale into the twist on the opposite side. Try this a few times, and if it's too much through your legs, then just bend your legs slightly. Opening up through that inhale. Breathing energy, breathing life. Beautiful. One more on each side. And inhaling, coming all the way up to five-pointed star. Once more. Toes facing out the way. How much space can you fill? This reminds us to look out for signs from the universe, giving us direction, giving us the confidence to get what we want. I actually really believe that. And exhaling, hands down the centre line. Just heel toe your feet slightly in towards each other. We're going to come into Goddess Flow. I know you like this one, Scott. So inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, softening down into that bend. Inhale, coming all the way up. That's it, it's probably easier that way, feeling it. And exhale, soften. On you go, let's flow. Watch your knees. And if you can, pausing at the top of your inhale. This will give us our mojo back if nothing else does. 2 more. And I'll meet you back with your hands in front of your heart space. Beautiful. So just heel toe your feet together, coming to mountain pose. This time we're going to have our big toes touching, extending down. Find your breath. See if you can lengthen it. And practicing our Ujjayi breath, creating the sound of the sea or the wind in the trees. Swirling that warm air around your mouth. See if you can make it audible like a deep sigh, but with your mouth closed. And your inhale and your exhale through your nose. Ujjayi breathing, victorious breath, giving us strength, confidence and resilience. So we're going to come into flamingo, so grind down to that right foot, bending your opposite foot at the knee, and see if you can draw that foot back. I'll maybe show you this way. Bringing your knees towards each other. If you want to use your wall with your other hand to support you, you're very welcome. Beautiful straight spine, and then extend up through that arm. Find a really strong fixed gaze point. Connect with your breath to help with your balance. To go further, coming into dancer pose, reaching forwards and extend that back foot out behind. control, slowly coming back up to flamingo. Knees as close together as possible. And then exhale down the centre line. Changing sides. Face you this time so I can see you. So grind down to your opposite foot and take your time to find that balance. Please remember to embrace your wobbles. We all wobble. Exhale. Just seeing where you can go, where you can still have that balance. A few centimetres at a time. Remember, it's just practice, practice, practice. Pressing that foot back into your hand. Well done. Inhaling slowly. Whoops. Coming back. And exhaling, softening, taking your feet hip width apart. Inhaling. Exhale, release and relax Uttanasana. Oh, breathe into your lower back, that feels good. Just let everything soften to the floor, bend your knees, let your head hang. Let it go. And then lowering your bottom down to the floor, we're going to adjust as we come into yogic squats here. So just take your time. The aim here is to have a nice straight line through your spine. Toes slightly out to the sides, trying to keep your back nice and straight. And then pressing backs of your arms into the insides of your thighs or your knees. Engaging through the palms of your hands. Gently opening up through your hip flexors here. Visualizing any stress, just moving out through your hips, through your pelvis. Breathe it out. One more breath. Let you go, let you go. Let your bottom go down to the floor. And then taking your feet slightly apart. Oh, that's such a nice counter pose. Give me a thumbs up if that feels good. Yeah, it's great. I feel like I'm working you quite hard this morning. I know feedback is that you like the Saturday because it's a little bit more challenging. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to come into side plank. And I'll just show you, if you haven't done it for a while, the different modifications, right, which way do I want to go to show you? Yeah, this way. So, to come into side plank, it's quite nice to come in from downwards dog or for a plank. To come into the full posture, you're going to come onto the sides of your feet, stack your feet, and extend either your arm to the sky, maybe by the side of your body, or maybe by the side of your ear. If that's too much for your arm, you can do it supported. So coming down onto your elbow and your knee, and then lifting. Take your time, either with your elbow down and your bottom knee down, or coming in, feet stacked. Here. Taking up to 5 or 6 breaths. This will really increase heat in your body. Widening through the fingers of that supporting hand to take that weight. Well done. Using that fire in your breath to really strengthen and tone. Beautiful. Last breath. And exhaling, coming down to child's pose with your arms back by your sides, hands facing up. Soften your tummy and your chest down between your knees. And just allow your shoulders to roll off your back, creating a wonderful space here behind your heart, across your shoulders. Soften completely. Feel yourself surrendering to the floor. Two more breaths. And slowly inhale. We're going to take side plank on the opposite side. So again, just see what works for you. And at the full posture, Vasisthasana, it's a Sanskrit name for it. Or bring in your knee and your elbow for more support. Wonderful for building strength and focus. Well done. Lovely, Gary. That's it. So you're really lifting your lower hip. Lovely, correct. Lovely. Well done, Karen. One more breath. And exhale, coming back to child's pose. Once more with your arms behind you, palms facing upwards. Just allows us to realign our back. See if you can extend your fingers further away from your bottom, taking them back down towards the bottom of your mat. Releasing your shoulders away from your ears. Inhaling, drawing your torso up to centre, bringing your knees together, and then carefully lying down on your tummy. We're going to take a very gentle Sphinx back bend. Opening up through your chest, pressing that pelvic bone down into the floor, looking ahead or maybe closing over your eyes. Exhale, soften to the floor, and then you're going to extend your arms forwards, going into one version of locust pose. As you inhale, lift your right arm and your left leg. Exhale to soften down, and inhale the opposite arm. Beautiful diagonal stretch. So try this and see how this feels through your back. On each side. And then take your hands just to the outsides of your mat, coming up either onto your finger pads, excuse me, or your palms on the floor. And then draw your arms back slightly. We're going to do a little seal flow. So as you inhale, lift up, and exhale, soften down. So try it both ways. If you're on your finger pads, it's more intense, bigger stretch through your hands as well. So just see what feels good for you. Make sure you come to the top of your inhale, pausing slightly, and then emptying your lungs completely on your exhales. Building upper body strength and resilience. Strong. It's like giving our lungs a real kickstart here, giving us a boost, keeping all these awful bugs at bay. So one more, wherever you are. And then come down to rest in Crocodile Makarasana, one arm on top of the other. And just bring one of your cheeks down. Just let it go. Allow the floor to support every part of the front of your body. And then carefully turn your head the opposite direction and soften down once more for a few more breaths. Inhale, coming up slightly, and then roll onto your back. So I'm going to talk you through these reclining postures. My headset doesn't like it when I'm lying on my back, so I'm going to just talk you through it and not demo it. Hopefully my instructions are clear enough. So let's come into extended Shavasana first of all. Inhaling, lift your arms to the sky, and exhale your arms overhead. Pointing away through your toes and taking 5 really deep breaths all the way down into your tummy. Two more breaths. You are long and strong. And as you inhale, coming into Apanasana, squeeze these knees up towards your chest, giving yourselves a really big hug and perhaps rocking side to side, or maybe even taking big circles with your knees. Just have a little play here, see what feels good for your back. And then we're going to come into Broken Bridge, so place your feet on the floor and then take your feet to the outsides of your mat. So you can adjust your feet as you need to, it just depends on the length of your legs. And you're going to just carefully draw your knees in towards each other, so your head's still on the floor. You're going to have this really lovely internal rotation through your hips. And if you're not really feeling that stretch, take your feet slightly wider. And again, soften your knees. So your knees are touching, they're supporting each other. Breathing deeply into your inner thighs. And maybe close your eyes. And then draw your knees apart. Take the soles of your feet together. And soften these knees out to the side through reclining butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Just adjusting your back as you need to get comfortable. You should have a natural shape, S shape through your back here. Taking your hands onto your tummy. Feel that rise and fall through your tummy, under your fingers. Inhale as you take your hands to the outsides of your legs, draw them back up, and then give yourselves one more hug in Apanasana. And there's so many wonderful reclining postures. I don't have time to do them all. I'm just trying to choose which one would be really nice. I think sometime soon I'm going to do a whole class on reclining postures. Make it a really relaxing one. Fantastic. So place your feet down and let's come into bridge before we come into our Shavasana. So engaging through the soles of your feet, bring them close to your bottom, and then lying down, just double check, one at a time, you tuck your shoulder blades towards the middle of your back. Press your feet, interlink your fingers on the mat and lift your hips as high as you safely can. Breathing deeply all the way down through your body. Just make sure your chin is tucked towards your chest. It just lengthens through the back of your neck. Inhale, take your arms up to the sky, and exhale them overhead if you want to go further. Extended bridge. 2 more breaths. And inhale, take your arms up to the sky. And exhale them down by the sides of your body as you lower your hips at the same time. And 1 more, knees to chest, gently rocking side to side. Sorry, I should have said Apanasanas because I'm not showing you. So really draw them in, that's it. Give yourselves a big hug. Well done. That was a great practice. So you have made it to your Shavasana. So make sure you're cozy and just find a really comfortable position, lying on your back, taking your time. It's quite nice to have a cushion under your head or maybe under your lower back or maybe behind your knees. Just takes any pressure off your back. Softening down, whole body relaxation for the next couple of minutes. And as you settle in, just take 5 deep, high breaths, just to release any last residual tension through your body. Emptying your mind of any worries, any concerns. This is your safe, silent time. Have a lovely Shavasana. The singing bowl marks the end of our Shavasana and the end of our practice this morning. Very slowly, begin to bring awareness back to your body by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. And as you turn up the corners of your mouth to smile gently, just move your head from side to side. And if it feels good for you, extend your arms overhead, stretching out through your body, maybe sighing or taking a deep yawn or a deep breath. And then hug your knees up to your chest, giving yourselves a really well-deserved hug. And gently rocking side to side. And then place your feet on the floor or turn onto your right hand side and roll up in a little ball. And I invite you to rub the palms of your hands together, producing some of this wonderful energy. And place your hands over your closed eyes. Drawing in calm, drawing in positivity. And then rub them together once more. And again, savor all the positive thoughts that come as you draw this energy in. Widening through your fingers, opening your eyes. Very slowly bringing your full awareness back into your room. And take your time to come to join us in easy pose. Remember, you're welcome to stay where you are if you're really comfortable. Taking your time to come to sit, take your hands wherever you feel comfortable. And take 3 deep rounds of breath. And bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. Tuck your chin, soften your gaze or close your eyes. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. And I'm going to read you our finishing quote. So many to choose from. This is from Wayne W. Dyer in relation to finding calm. He says, "Peace is the result of retraining your mind to process life as it is, rather than as you think it should be." So let's take the pressure off ourselves and perhaps lower our expectations a little and accept sometimes it is